Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I have a brief thought for you today. It comes from Galatians chapter 5, verses 7 through 12, which is what I read today in my devotions. Few of us, I think, make an initial decision. I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do. Instead, we are deceived, or we deceive ourselves one step at a time as we slowly and a step at a time move away from the truth, or move away from what we know we should be doing. And Paul points out in this passage that the Galatians had left the truth of God. They left the truth of God. They had been persuaded over time to leave God's truth. And as I mentioned before, God's truth is straightforward. God's truth is out in the open. It is not hidden. It doesn't require fancy words. It doesn't require slick persuasion. Thus, Paul reminds the Galatians of the God who has called them and the God who is always faithful. Now, while working to convince the Galatians, Paul takes some important steps. Paul presents the truth. Paul shows the Galatians the error that they have made. Paul lets them know how serious their sin is. He lets them know their serious sin has serious consequences. And Paul trusts that God's truth will win out. That's really important. Especially because Paul does all of that while continuing in a relationship with the Galatians. Here's some questions for you today. How are you trusting in God's truth to win out? And where are you allowing yourself to be deceived and to move away from that truth? May God's grace and peace be with you.